Hi, in this video we are going to learn how to use the form tag in HTML5, which allow us to create interactive web forms for collecting user input. The form tag is used to collect user input in HTML. The forms are essential part of websites used for collecting data like names, email address, feedback, etc. from the user. Where it is used, as mentioned, that forms are typically used for things like login forms, registration forms, search bar, and surveys. In this example, I'm going to explain you each and everything written in this example. Here, form action is equal to /submit. Method is equal to post. The form tag is the container that holds form elements. It defines the structure and behavior of form, determining how user data will be sent to the server. Here, action is equal to /submit. Method is equal to post. Action is equal to /submit. This attribute specifies the URL where the form data will be sent when the form is submitted by the user. In this example, the form data will be sent to /submit, which could be page or endpoint on the server that will handle the data. If you leave the action empty, like action is equal to empty, the form will be submitted data to the current page. The form data will be submitted to the current page. Method is equal to post. This attribute specifies the HTTP method used to send form data. Post. Data is sent as part of the request body. This is more secure than GET because the data isn't visible in the URL and is better for sending sensitive information like password. GET. Send form data in URL in the query string visible in the browser address bar. It is used for non-sensitive data. I'm going to explain post and get in later part of the video. The label tag is used to define a label for a input element. It improves accessibility by providing description for form fields. The content between the opening and closing label tag is name, is the text that will be appearing next to the form field. This tells the user what type of information he has to put in this. In this case, it will be a name. So user will come to know he has to write a name over here. For is equal to name. This associates the label with the form element. The input tag is one of the most common used HTML element for collecting user input. This type of attribute defines what kind of input the user is expected to provide. Type is equal to text. This specifies that the input field is for text, a single line text field. User can enter any kind of text data such as their name, email. ID is equal to name. The ID attributes uniquely identifies the input field. This is crucial for linking the input field to the label via for attribute. In this case, the label for is equal to name. The ID is also used to target the input field with the JavaScript or CSS. In later videos, we are going to explain JavaScript and CSS. Then you will be able to understand this much better. Type is equal to submit. The type attribute defines this input as submit button. When the user clicks it, the form will be submitted. Value is equal to submit. The value attribute sets the text that will be displayed on the button. In this case, it shows submit. You can change this text to anything else, example, send, register, etc. Here I'm going to explain you get and post method. Think of this as asking for something. It retrieves data from a server, like loading a web page. For example, when you search Google, it gives get to fetch result. The data is visible in the URL. Post. This is for sending something to the server, like filling out a form or uploading a file. The data is sent to the background, not visible in the URL, making it more secure for sensitive information.